What's going on, everybody? My name is Jordan, and joining me on the call today is Charles. Today, we're going to give a brief overview of what we feel like is a pretty underutilized feature in the platform, which is activity streams. Activity streams help members discover content and create essentially a tailor-made community browsing experience. Oh, and by the way, one of the perks of joining these classes is that you have the opportunity to private message either Charles or myself to answer some of your questions. So if you want to take the opportunity to do that today, we're looking forward to speaking with you. So now I'm going to pass it to Charles, and he's going to showcase some examples on our fake community that we made about coconuts. It's called the Coconuttery, so if you see coconuts everywhere, that's why. All right, Charles, take it away. Show us why activity streams are such a powerful feature.
Great, thank you. So welcome everyone. So today, talking about activity streams, and I do think, as Jordan said, it's something that a lot of times people don't realize just how powerful they are. So I'm going to try to be fast today, keep this short, but there's a lot we could talk about. So activity streams, the short version here, allows everything, you see everything going on in the community, whether it's a forum post or an event in our events application or a gallery image, whatever it is, you can see that in a single view. This is the all activity stream, and it literally shows things in chronological order. But I want to talk more about the custom activity streams. So when you install Vision Community, there's several kind of default streams that come with it to sort of get you started. And as the administrator on the back end can define what these default streams are. So looking at unread content, what this is showing a user is all content that they've not read, because Invision Community tracks what you have and have not read. It can also remember where you left off in a long topic, which is really great. So if I come in here and I click, here, and then I go back, you'll see that topic disappears from the stream because I've read it now. The system knows I've read it. If someone comes along later and replies, it's going to pop back up on the stream. You're seeing expanded view here. You can also do condensed view if you want a more compact view doing your activity stream. And all these settings are per user. So if the user changes this, it only changes for the user. What I think makes activity streams the most powerful, though, is the user's ability to customize them. So unread content here is a default stream that comes with the software. It's great, shows you everything. A couple of things you can do here, though. So let's just say on this community, I don't want to see all content. All I really care about are topics in, let's just say, I'm going to pick a few, coconuttery, cooking questions, and obviously Baby Yoda, because everyone cares about Baby Yoda. So that's all I care about. I don't care about employees, for example, in this example here. So when I change this, it filters it out, and this is all I have left in my example here. Great. But you notice here, the system's asking if I want to save this. So it allows me to save this as my own custom stream. And that's just for me. No one else sees this. It's just for my own use. No one else is gonna show up on the screen or anything like that. Cool thing is, now that I have this stream, I can do other fun stuff. I can make this my default stream. So right now, default stream is unread content, shows up here. But if I click says your default stream, you'll notice it instantly changes to my custom stream. This is what I do on Invision Community's own site. I have a stream because what I do here, I tend to focus more on client feedback or things in our community managers lounge and events and things, blog entries, things like that. So I have a custom stream I made that focuses on those areas, and that's what I do every morning. I get online, I click my custom stream. It shows here's all the stuff you've not read in the areas that I focus on, and then once I'm all caught up, the stream is empty. I'm good to go. Then I can browse the rest of the community. It's a great thing for that. The other great thing about activity streams, which I think is really underutilized, and I think it's one of the most powerful features that the streams offer, because it ties everything together, is the email updates. So you can subscribe to a daily or weekly email update. So take this example here. There's only one thing in the stream because of the filters I put in, but it's based on unread. So the system once a day will go through and say, oh, you have one item here you've not read, and it'll send me an email. But if I read this item and the stream is now empty, go back, now the stream's empty, it's not going to email me. So basically what you're offering is almost a newsletter or an update email that can go out to your users. That's every email that gets sent out, it's different. It's because every user is going to have a different stream, a different set of unread content that's very specific to them. I think this is a very powerful feature, and we've had experience with clients who use this who say people love it because it's tailor-made to them. They don't just ignore it. Like we all get 1,000 emails a day, but they don't ignore it because they know that content is very specific to them. It's not just a generic newsletter. So I think, it's the kind of thing you could, send me an email. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is it allows your users to tailor make what they're after. So that's something there. And of course, there's a lot of other things you can do. Activity streams too. You can embed them. A theme you'll hear us talk a lot about is tying a community together, all the different types of content you have. So you can come and you can put a block on the homepage, which I can't find it now. Where is activity streams? Am I just blind? It's here somewhere, I promise. There it is.
Yeah.
So now I can have an activity stream here, and I can, you can specify different settings. I'll just leave it default to the 5, finish. And now you have a nice stream of content here on where did I put it? On the homepage. It's here.
You forgot to click save.
I'm sorry. Sorry when my screen here is quite a ways away, and I'm going a little bit blind, I think. So you can do things like that, and so there's quite a few ways you can tailor make an activity stream.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you shining a light on that. And we have a question that has trickled in that I'd love for you to weigh in on. Essentially, why would a community leader want to encourage their members to use activity streams? What would they want them to take away from this?
Right. Okay. That's a good question. So the way I would answer is, if you think about a community, you have 2 types of users. Your normal everyday users that come to the community, they just want to have fun and post messages and do their thing. Activity streams allow you to sort of, I guess you could say, steer them in a direction and say, hey, we all have this great content here. Check it out. It's a content discovery tool. And that's a big thing. The other thing are your established, let's call them power users. Every community has that top tier user there all the time. Activity streams allow those power users to really tailor the experience to their needs for there. And then of course, because you can create custom default streams, you can also steer users in a direction. A good example is we have a lot of clients in the video game industry that make video games. They create custom activity streams that is filtered based on their developers. So the people who write the video game. So users can quickly see everything that the game developers are posting anywhere in the community. And of course, anybody who plays video games knows that's super important, because they give you hints, they give you previews of what's coming. And that's another great example for that content discovery piece.
Nice. Yes, as they say, content is king, but people stay for the community. So we're trying to kind of merge both of these principles together. Well said. If you guys liked this webinar / class, you're in luck. We're aiming to do these around once a week. If you're tuning in a little bit later and you missed the intro, feel free to reach out to either Charles and I via private message on our community support forum. And if you have a question or anything, hit us up. We're looking forward to chatting with you and weighing in. Again, stay tuned for more of these. You can keep an eye on our community calendar, our community events renamed recently. So keep an eye on that. And we're going to be doing one per week. So if you have any suggestions, hit us up and we'll weigh in on that as well. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, hit us up, and we're looking forward to doing more of these. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.